In a previous screencast, I showed you how you can make scatter plots in Excel. Now I'm going to show you how to make column and pie charts. Column charts are generally used to visualize data in which the independent variable is categorical in nature. We still have the independent variable on the x-axis here, going horizontally, the dependent variable on the y-axis. With column charts and pie charts, we have categorical data. For example, people, you cannot plot that on a continuum on the x-axis. Countries, so maybe you might have countries here and you're measuring the gross domestic product, or maybe departments of a store. In general, time series data is better represented on scatter plots unless it's categorical in nature, like monthly, quarterly, or yearly data. An example of where you might want to use a column chart would be if you had a bunch of states and you had their populations. You could easily represent this as a column chart. You can also put multiple series on a column chart. Perhaps you had a state here, but you wanted to add multiple series. We could put population on a primary axis, and on the secondary axis you might have the area in square kilometers. I'm also going to talk about pie charts. Pie charts are a good way to visualize categorical data. For example, total sales here as a function of the salesperson. Like column charts, these are used to visualize data in which the independent variable is categorical. Unfortunately, you cannot plot multiple series easily using a pie chart. There are a couple of different types of charts known as donut plots and sunburst plots that do attempt to distinguish between different series, but for simple pie charts you cannot plot multiple series. I've got an example file here called state data. We have a bunch of different states over here on the left. These are categorical in nature, and we have area, maybe the median gross rent, median household income, and population. Let's just go ahead and plot population as a function of the state. So I can select the states over here. I'm going to hold down the control key, and then I'm going to drag out the population there while holding down control key. By the way, if you're going to be adding records, different states to the data here, you might want to convert this first to an Excel table. I can go up here to Insert, and you can go to Recommended Charts. I like to go straight up here to insert a column or bar chart. A column is a chart with vertical bars. A bar chart has horizontal bars. So whatever your preference is, you can select those from these different options here. So let's do 2D column. I can click on that, and I like to delete the title. This is a nice way to visualize things. And then maybe we wanted to visualize area instead. You can go back here, we can select data, we can edit this. Instead of column E, I can just do area, click OK, and click OK again. So this is a typical column chart. You can convert to a different type of chart. We can select that chart and go up here to Chart Design, and I can do Change Chart Type. Maybe we want to make this a pie chart, so I can click Pie. I'm going to go ahead and click OK. Now I need to add in a legend because this by itself is not very descriptive. We don't know which of these corresponds to which state. I can go up here to plus, and I'm going to add in a legend. Now we've got the various color coding relative to the state here in the chart. I'm also going to go up here in Chart Design. There's all sorts of different options that they suggest, and so I'm going to just kind of mouse around. I like this style for whatever reason. That one I really like. And if we don't like the legend up at the top, I can go over here to the left and I can go down here to legend. Maybe we want that on the right. This also needs a title, so I'm going to add a chart title because we don't really know what that is referring to. I can change this to population. And finally, maybe I want to add in data labels. I can go plus, and there's these data labels here. If you select on this arrow over here, it'll have a couple of different options that you can mouse around with. Maybe we want this little data call out. That's kind of nice because it has the states there right next to it. So I like this plot here. This is a really nice pie chart for showing categorical data.